So, attempt number 2 at doing this. The first time I had all these people suddenly decided to have a party just over there. And yeah, that would have been after all these things we've set up and then suddenly found that we weren't broadcasting. So, it's pop. I haven't made one of these for a long time. Just behind me are the ashes of my Luna, my Lurcher. She died a week ago today. Today is the 23rd and I feel gutted, absolutely gutted. You have no idea how much I am missing my dog. She knows because I keep telling her. I'm just making sure that we are recording this time. I did this last time and then got half an hour into it and we weren't recording. Yeah, that'll do. So, I lost Luna last week. The vets said she was having a lot of problems with her digestion, and for a week she had been outside every hour to fart basically, and there was just water and it was nasty. Something was seriously going wrong with her intestines and she just needed to keep going out. And it got to the point where she had a blood test, and the blood test came back that her kidneys were elevated, and the vet said with this breed, if it's small intestines, which it turned out to be, then she most likely has a small cancer which is growing and it's not going to get better. She was nearly 15. My little dog was nearly 15. It was so sad to watch her walk around. She used to run and jump and play everywhere. And at the end of the last year, she was just so difficult in moving. And it breaks your heart. It really does break your heart. That was cat. Of course, talking about cats, our cat is just, where's Luna? Where's Luna gone? So she keeps sniffing the floor and looking for her. And it's really sad. I had a terrible week. Last week was awful. I spent so many waves of emotional sadness. And I know she was just a dog, but I've lost people. I've had people die in my arms, and that's nothing compared with losing Luna. I know it's, am I too sensitive? Yeah, probably not. But yeah, her ashes are there. So I lost my Luna, and that was the hardest thing, I tell you. She was so beautiful. Every morning she would come up and get her ears rubbed, and oh, you have no idea. But it's a week ago, and we put the ashes down there yesterday, and as soon as I put the ashes down, I knew that something had changed. I've got her picture up in the studio, so she's there with me all the time. But the studio is empty. It feels like part of my soul's been ripped away. I miss her like crazy, but she was a lovely little girl. Of course, when you're flicking through, all of a sudden you'll see pictures and you'll see a video of her sleeping or running around. And when 15 years ago, there she was, or 14 years ago, there she was running herself senseless up and down the canal, playing with other dogs. It was just beautiful. But there you go, my little dog has gone. She was everything to me. People coming in and out of relationships, but Luna was always there. So here I am at the community centre, just sitting here by Luna's resting place, just watching the world go. There's a lot of birds around today. There's a little robin that keeps coming up. They always say a robin has the spirits. But all the trees are coming into life. This is the orchard. I'm sitting in the orchard. So the trees will start coming into life. All the plums. The plums are out all in Lots of little flowers. Bees are out. There was a bee just hovering here just a few minutes ago. Beautiful little thing. Just hovering, just staying still in the air. Yeah. So the other thing I was talking about is this is the community centre. So we've got the community centre here. It's a beautiful place. You can put about 160 people in. There's 2 halls and there's sound partitions and all sorts. We have yoga and martial arts on tonight, and there's all sorts of wonderful things. And we have been barraged by one person who's been trying to cancel us because he didn't like the fact that we put on a Conservative ex-MP to talk about the post office scandal. So over in England there was ICL or Fujitsu had a contract to deliver and money went missing, and all these post office managers got prosecuted and it wasn't them. And then the scandal broke, and of course then, well, it just went absolutely ballistic. So this ex-MP came down to talk about what had happened, and I used to work for ICL, so I know what went on behind the scenes. I didn't work on that project, but I do know what went on with ICL. And because this guy was a left-wing activist who didn't want a Conservative, ex-Conservative MP talking about the post office, he tried to cancel us. He screamed and he shouted and he stamped his feet, and he didn't get any. He threatened us. He threatened us with reporting us to the overseers. We run a CIC, which is a community interest company, and you have to fill so many so many tests. That's it, you're not filling your test, you haven't filed this, you haven't done that, I've gone through every single scrap of paperwork and this is what you're doing, and oh my word. And then he reported us to the town council who owned the building, and the town council said, so what? So then he's reported the town council to the town council overseers. He has sent in so many freedom of information requests. He's not getting his own way, and he's just a prat. The more he does it, the more of a prat he's coming out. He had a piece in the paper. He sent in this thing, oh, there's all sorts of problems, we're going to take the centre over and we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And no, you can't, not without legal stuff. So he says, oh, it doesn't support the community. Well, it does. The community centre is for the whole of Sidmouth, not just 100 yards away. It costs £50,000 a year to run the centre, and he wants everything for free. He goes up to Waitrose and asks for free things because he's neurodivergent. Oh, I'm offended. So there you go. That's what we have to put up with. So at the moment, we're now over a month and a half since this Andrew Bridgen came. I listened to 50, 60% what he was saying, sounded interesting. There was nothing political about it, but it was interesting talking about something which I knew quite a lot about and where he came from on this whole thing. He also talked about David, or the ex-Prime Minister, David something or other. He's forgotten he was that important. And Hugo Squire, and how much they hated this guy, Andrew Bridgen, because he never went to the right school. And because he never went to the right school, he was hated in Parliament. Oh, you weren't one of us. No, I wasn't. So, yeah. So there's this try to cancel us, and he's still trying to cancel us now. He had another piece in the paper, and there has to be something called the town test, where you have to put both sides of the story. And the paper didn't, and so we said, you can't do this. You haven't given us a chance to answer. So the reporter suddenly resigned, and there was all sorts of problems. But we got in the next week. They pulled the link. Oh, they've deleted the link, but you can't delete the truth. Oh my word, there is no truth. The truth is he's a complete and utter prat. And he had this huge group, and now he's got like 5. I want to stamp my feet. And nobody takes him serious. I pity his wife. Oh my God, this poor woman. Because he's neurodivergent, and he keeps telling everybody. Well, guess what? I'm neurodivergent too, and I don't give a flying. I have ADHD and OCD and PTSD. Go figure. Anyway, that's what makes me interesting. Doing my radio. We've got a DAB transmitter on our centre now, so we're broadcasting Honiton, Sidmouth and Exeter on the radio. So that's about it really. That's all my news. I'm getting cold because this is the second time I've done this because it wasn't recording before. And so, Luna's ashes are just there. I feel happier now. I've told you that my Luna's gone. I miss her like crazy. I keep telling her. Some people say they can see spirits. I can't. I've never been able to. Some people say they feel them and they see them, and you know they're all around us. I don't see that, but I just have to take their word for it and say they are there. She'll move on when she's ready, but until then, time is a healer. It's not working. Sorry, just somebody walked past. It's not working. Right, so there's my story. I'll try and do another one next week. See if I can get back into this recording stuff. So that's it from me. This is Bob signing out. Don't forget, listen to Sid Valley Radio when you can. You can get it online. Yep, still recording. 13 minutes, still going. So online on DAB, on smart speaker and DAB around this area. So you'll hear me every morning at 9 o'clock, 9 till 12. Had Alice in this morning. Alice is amazing. She's vulnerable. So I had a spam message, a phone call. Oh, spam, it's good now, they tell you it's spam. So I had Alice in this morning. She's okay, our Alice. She's a good laugh, trying to get her to laugh all the time. Yeah, she's been with me like 6 years now. She's coming to the studio. She's really blossomed. She's went from somebody who would hardly talk to, she had long conversations with her. Hiccups. Right, I'll see you soon, eh? Oh, just taking the whole thing out of focus. There we go, we'll put back in just to say goodbye, and I'll see you soon.